What is this, amateur hour? Hi everyone. Today I will be talking to you about Overwatch. It's a super duper popular game. It is a hero-based, team-based, objective-based, first-person shooter. It's like I said, it's extremely popular. One of the most popular games. It came out way back in 2016 on the Xbox One, PS4, PC, which is what I'm playing on. You can tell by my little mouse here. And then in 2019, it came out on Switch. Uh, I have played a lot of Overwatch. It is, for the first couple of years, it was probably one of my favorite games of all time. It was, I still think it's a very good game. It's kind of the I think we kind of forget how quote unquote revolutionary it was when it first came out. Because nowadays, like most games have heroes. I mean, you got Apex Legends, which has heroes. There's, I know even the Call of Duty had a sort of hero-like thing with their soldiers, where instead of just playing, like before Overwatch, in shooters you were just a nameless, generic uh, shooter. Like I played a lot of Battlefield 3, Call of Duty Black Ops in college. You would upgrade your weapons, your loadout and stuff, and that was it. And then Overwatch comes along, and it's like we're gonna have all these characters that are extremely unique, extremely unique. They're gonna be different classes, they have different abilities, and it's gonna be balanced. And somehow they did it. I can't stress enough how my mind was blown about how each character was so insanely unique. Every character is unique, and they're most of them are fun to play. A lot of them aren't. I think that's where we'll start. We'll start this video by just going over the characters. I won't spend too long on it because I've only got an hour of your precious time. But the characters, so good, so good. There are 3 different classes. There used to be 4 different classes. You're getting a lot of history lessons from me here because I played this game a lot more in the first couple years than the last couple. There used to be tank, damage, support, and healer, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I found it kind of funny how I've forgotten a lot of stuff. Like Symmetra used to be completely different on launch day. Anyways, let's go through just to give you an idea of how unique these things are. Uh, Diva, she is in this giant mech thing that can block bullets, it can shoot rockets, it can fly around briefly, and when the health gets to 0, she pops out and has a little pistol that she can run around with. So you have to kill her twice. If enough time passes, she can go back into it. She's the only one who can do that. That's so cool. Ariza, she can shoot a shield onto the ground. It's like a half bubble shield that can protect people. She's got a gravity thing that pulls people towards it. It's a little orb that shoots out, and she can shoot bullets. She's got a really unique ability, Halt, where she can stop and she won't be pushed or stunned by other characters. She's the only one that can do that. Reinhardt, one of the most pivotal characters for years and years and years. He has this giant hammer that makes a big shield. He doesn't have a gun. No guns for him. He can shoot a firebolt, but that's on cooldown. So he can swing his hammer. He's got a giant shield that he can walk around with. Roadhog. I played with him a lot. See this little hooky thing here? He can throw it out at people. It pulls them in, and then he's got a shotgun. He can heal himself. He's a tank that can heal himself. Half of his health he can bring back. Also, just I know that again this game is super popular, so you're probably aware of all this, but this is more for anyone who isn't aware of these characters. And I just want to show how insanely unique everything is. Sigma, one of the newest, not the newest, because I'm making this just after Echo came out. Sigma, he's got these little balls that he throws out that can bounce. They don't go very far. He can he can throw a giant rock at people, which stuns them, and he's got his own shields that he can deploy anywhere. Like he holds his hand out and they go forward, and then they lock into place. That's pretty cool. Winston, he can jump around. He's got a complete dome shield, and he's got a gun that shoots electricity, and it'll hit anyone in front of him. Basically, it's pretty short range, but you do not really have to aim it. Also, I want to apologize because I've got skins for everyone. You can see their normal skins on the bottom here, but I played a lot, so I got some what I like to think are cool skins. Wrecking Ball, he's tough to play. He can turn into a ball. You can barely see his mech here, and he can roll around. He's got a grappling hook that he can use to swing. He can slam into the ground. He's got shields that he can pull up. He can shoot machine guns. He's got a lot going on. Zarya, probably one of the most difficult tanks to play, at least for me. Her main thing is she's got this big old gun, right? And it doesn't do a lot of damage. The only way it does damage is that she can give herself and teammates barrier shields that protect them from damage. The more damage those shields take, the more damage her gun does. It's so hard to balance giving shields out because you have to time it. The shields don't last forever. They're short term, so you have to time when you use the shield on yourself, when you use it on an ally. Next, we got the damage class. It's by far the biggest class because I don't know. Ashe, she's fun to use because she's simple. She's got this gun that shoots bullets. She can throw dynamite at people that you can shoot at any point or it'll blow up on its own, and it sets the people on fire and does overall damage. And she's got a shot that shoots her backwards and anyone in front of her backwards, so it's a nice little separation thing. That's it. One thing I like is you've got characters like Zarya who is difficult to use. You got to time everything right in order to make her viable, to make her good. Or Wrecking Ball has tons of movement abilities, tons of different ways to play him. And then Ashe, who just shoots things. Bastion! Oh, I got the Lego skin. Bastion was my go-to in the beta before the game came out. I thought he was the strongest character because he can turn into a stationary turret. At any point, you can just stop where you are, he'll turn into a turret and just do a butt ton of damage. Probably the most damage of anyone with his machine gun. He's literally a turret. The only problem is you can't move because you're stuck in place, so it makes it a very high risk, high reward. If he's not so good on the higher levels, I don't think, but on the lower levels, if you don't have, you put him behind a shield, he'll slaughter everyone. Doomfist, also very hard for me to play. Another character without a gun. He punches people. That's all he does. He's got a thing where he charges it and shoots forward. He damages the people that he punches, and when they hit a wall behind them, he can launch them into the air with an uppercut. He can slam down from the sky. Lots of punching. And the more punching he does, the more shield he gets. Oh, I guess he does. He can shoot 4 times from his fist, but it's a very slow reload. It's not his main thing. He's a punchy boy. Echo is the newest character, and she is something else. She's another character with a ton of abilities. She can fly through the air. It recharges pretty quick so far. She's still new, so a lot of this might change. She can shoot. It's like a 3-shot thing, like a triangle-shaped thing. She's got sticky grenades, which stick to people and then explode later, so you can stick them, and then if they run back to their teammates, they'll blow them up too. And she's got this beam that does extra damage on heroes who are under half health. I've played her a couple times, and I feel like she is super powerful, and I would not be surprised if they balance her later. Genji, one of the originals, he also doesn't have a gun. You saw those little blades in his arm? He's a robot, by the way. Oh, another thing. These characters, you've got a gorilla, you've got a hamster in a ball, a robot crossing guard, a Korean game streamer. You've got a robot ninja. You've got an AI who is here's another robot. It's crazy. They've got so much stuff, and the lore. If you want to get into it and watch the YouTube videos and read the comics, there's so much lore, and I think it's cool. I like it. I enjoy it. Anyways, back to Genji. He's got those shurikens. He can either shoot all 3 in a straight line or shoot them in a fan thing if you're trying to hit more than one person. And he's got a sword that he can use. He can lunge at people, and I'm terrible at him. I'm awful. He can double jump and he can climb walls. And then there's his brother Hanzo. He's got a bow and arrow. One of them is like a sonar arrow that shows where enemies are in the range that he hits it. He's got a rapid fire thing which fires a bunch in a row, and he can move himself through the air a little bit. He's changed a lot since launch too. I don't remember what he used to be, but it was different. Junkrat is one of my favorite damage characters to play. He's got a little grenade launcher that bounces. It shoots little bouncing grenade balls on the ground. He can't shoot anyone in the air, really. He's got bear traps, like bear traps that you can throw on the ground that'll trap people. And he's got little mines that explode and push people away, or you can use them to launch yourself to new areas. He's very trap oriented and good at shutting down areas. His bombs do a lot of damage too. He can be very powerful. McCree, he's normally a cool cowboy, but I've got his summer skin. The skins are so fun in Overwatch. It's like the gold standard for skins for me. Like, I remember I've seen Apex, when Apex first came out, those skins were going from Overwatch to that. Those first skins were like, I was like, this isn't very good. Anyways, McCree, he's got a gun that you can fire one shot at a time, or his alternate fire is unloading all of them. He's got a flashbang grenade which stuns people, and then he's got an ability where he can roll and his gun instantly reloads. So his main thing is you want to sneak around, flash someone, fire a bunch of bullets in them. You can roll away and reload right away if you need to. He's good at flanking. That's what I use him for. Mei. Everyone hates Mei. She is one of the most frustrating characters to play as. She has a gun which shoots an ice beam, not a beam, but like a frosty cone thing, I guess, that literally freezes other characters so they can't move. And you're just stuck there, frozen. You can't do anything. The alternate fire shoots an icicle out. She can also set up a giant white ice wall, like literally a huge ice wall that blocks anyone from doing anything, and she can turn herself into a giant icicle to heal. We've got Farah. She can boost herself up into the sky. She shoots rockets. That's pretty much it. Reaper has shotguns. This was the first epic skin I got. I've never changed it. I like it a lot. He's got shotguns that he can shoot. They do a ton of damage from close range. And he's got abilities, like movement abilities. He can teleport himself to a new place, or he can turn invisible and move slightly faster than other people to get away. He's another flanking character. Soldier 76 is your basic shooter character. If you're new to the game and just want to see what the fights are like, he's a good pick. He's just got a machine gun that shoots. It's got an alternate fire that shoots an exploding round, basically. He can sprint. He's the only character in the game who can sprint. And he's got a little drop pod that does a healing circle around him. And that's it. He's shooting, he is healing, he can sprint. He's like a good all-around character that can do multiple roles. Sombra, she's tough to play as too, but she can be, if someone's very good at her, they're going to be a very good player. She is centered around hacking other players with that hand of hers. She can literally turn invisible and no one can see her. Her hand can hack people so that they can't use their abilities. So all these things I've been talking about, she can hack other characters so that they can't, like, Echo can't fly, or Junkrat can't use his mines. She's got a teleporter thing. She can throw down a little teleporting spot, and then later she can teleport back to it. I think that's about it. She's good at disrupting. She's a disrupting character. Symmetra. Symmetra has gone through, I think, the most changes of anyone. She used to be in the support class with everyone else, but she doesn't heal. She's never healed, but she was still considered a support character. She can shoot out 3 turrets that stick to walls, and then if any enemy goes in them, it shoots a laser beam at them that slows them down and damages them. She's also got a gun which you can charge up to shoot a big ball or a little ball. And the gun also shoots a laser beam that, as it damages shields, it becomes more powerful. If you can get a fully loaded, like if you can keep it going on shields, it becomes super powerful. Torbjorn, one of my favorites because I am half Swedish. He's Swedish, so we got that going for us. He's also unique in that he can throw a turret anywhere. He can just drop a turret, and then that will automatically shoot at enemies. He's got his own gun that can shoot bullets, or the alternate fire is more of a shotgun fire style shot. Yeah, he used to be way different. He's got a hammer too, which I don't even know what you use it for now. It used to be in the early days that his turret had 2 stages. You would throw it out and it'd be level 1, and then you would use your hammer on it to pound on it to build it up to level 2. Now I think it's automatically at level 2, or maybe it's in like a weird 1.5 stage. You can't power it up anymore. But that was a unique thing. Like, his turret was powerful, but you had to throw it out and build it up first, and as it took damage, you could hammer it to build it back up. Tracer, I think she's kind of the cover character, the star character. She's tough to play too. She's got like the lowest health of anyone. I mean, And what she can do is she can quote unquote travel through time. She can she's got a blink like ability where you hit the button and she'll transport forward, like wherever she's looking she'll go forward. She can do that a few times before cooldown. And her biggest ability is to rewind time. You hit the button and she will go backwards to where she was 15 seconds ago with the health she had 15 seconds ago. So if you take damage, you can do that. It's a long cooldown, but it's a really cool ability. She's very hard to hit though. She's small and so agile. If you've got a good tracer, she's really good. Widowmaker. A lot of people don't like Widowmaker because noobs play as her a lot. She's the sniper. She's the sniper character. Her gun can also shoot as an assault rifle, but when you zoom in, it turns into a sniper rifle. There's a brief window of where it charges up how much damage it does, so you can't just fire and do 100% damage at it right away. You have to wait for it to charge up, and I think that's a unique thing. She also has a mine that she can shoot out, a spider mine that sticks to walls that if an enemy goes past it, it'll poison them and you can see where they are. Then we've got the healers. I play as the healer class almost exclusively because I'm not any good at anything else. Anna, the most difficult healer to play in my opinion, she is also a sniper character, but her sniper bullets heal allies and damage enemies. You don't have to switch between it, it just does it automatically. She's got a grenade that heals a group of people or damages a group of people, and she's got a sleeper dart where if you can hit them with it, they fall asleep and just lay on the ground. Also, I think it's only her grenade uses it where if you hit an enemy, they can't be healed for a brief time. That's really powerful. Baptiste is the newest healer. He's a cool dude. He's got a gun that fires a 3-round burst, and it also fires healing grenades. So you want to shoot your teammates with the healing grenades. He's got an invincibility field. He throws down this little thing that pops up into the air, and anyone in that circle cannot die. That sounds overpowered, but it's super easy to shoot it and destroy it. And then he can just hit a button on his arm and he heals everyone in the surrounding area. He can also jump really high. You can charge up a jump and jump really high. I've never used that, but he can do it. Brigitte used to be my favorite healer, but she's gone through a lot of changes. If you play enough competitive, you get competitive points, and then if you get enough, you can buy a gold weapon for someone. I use it on Brigitte, and I regret it so much. So she's got the gold hammer and the gold shield. She is the daughter of Torbjorn. Yeah, everyone's related too. Farah, where's Farah? Farah is the daughter of Anna. Anyways, Brigitte, she's got this hammer. She's like a mini Reinhardt. She's got a personal shield she can hold in front of her, and she's got this thing that swings. It's got more range than the hammer though. It goes pretty far when you swing it. And as you damage people with it, it heals the people around you. That's her main source of healing. So she's an interesting healer because she wants to get right in the thick of things and beat people up. It can also has a one-time use where you can it's like a whip that hits people, and with her shield, she can charge at people and stun them so that you can just whack them a bunch. She used to be fun to play, now not so much. Oh, and she can throw healing packs at people, which give them shields too. Lucio, one of the original healers. He's cool because he's got a big old circle around him that automatically heals. You don't got to do anything. You just got to stand by people and he'll heal them. Or he can switch it to a speed boost, and then everyone around him goes faster. And his gun shoots like sound waves that damage people. He's got a boop which knocks people back. It's fun to knock people off of cliffs. But he's the easiest healer to play just because you don't have to do anything to do any healing. He just heals automatically. Mercy, by far the most powerful healer. I mean, and is in regards to like healing power. She's got this staff which you just hold it and she heals people. It like fills their health so fast. But then you can't shoot anyone. So it's basically like taking a gun away from your team. But you get all this healing. She can also switch it to boost someone's attack. So if they're fully healed, you can switch and then the person that she's attached to will do more damage, which is also helpful. She can float to people. Like if you see someone who needs healing, you can hit a button and she'll instantly like fly and be attached to them. And if you do need to, you can switch out to a pistol, which does a surprising amount of damage. Here's Moira, my most played character. There are no skins that I like for her. This is as close as I can get. She does a ton of damage. I want to say she does the most damage of any of the healers. She has a right hand and a left hand, like most people do. Her right hand does damage. You hold the button down and anyone in front of her, it focuses on one person, but it'll damage them. It'll suck the life force away. Her left hand shoots a fan, it's a spray, a healing spray on those in front of her. But she has a limited supply of that healing. It can run out and then she can't heal anymore. The only way to get it back is to take the life force from other people with her right hand. She also has an orb that she can shoot out that goes forward and bounces around that can either do damage or healing. You get a pick. And she can teleport through space briefly. Yeah, she's my favorite character. I like that balance of having to switch between doing damage and healing, and she can hold her own. She's fun. And then there's Zenyatta, who I am absolutely terrible with. He's got these orbs that you can shoot at people. You can shoot one at a time or charge them up to shoot them all at once, which does a ton of damage. His main thing is he's got a healing orb and a negative orb. I'm not sure what to call it. You can throw one healing orb at a time at a teammate, and as long as they're in your visual range, it will heal them. And then you've got the negative orb where you can shoot at an enemy, and they will take increased damage as long as they stay within your field of view. So that's his main thing, is switching the orbs to heal and damage people. Now, that is a lot. There are a lot of characters, but again, I just want to stress how incredibly unique each of these characters are. Not a single character is like another. They all have insanely unique abilities. Again, that's not that exciting in 2020 when I'm making this, but back in 2016, it was mind-blowing to see all these insanely different characters. At least it was for me and my gaming habits. Maybe I missed that, but I consider this game to be the start of the hero, quote-unquote, subgenre. Another thing that I love about Overwatch, it's kind of less so since they've expanded the characters, but the main design philosophy at the beginning was that each character had a counter pick. Each of these characters is powerful against other characters. Like, if the enemy team has a Junkrat, Pharah can absolutely destroy him because Junkrat's shots can't get up to her in the air, so she can just shoot down on him. So one of the main things early on in the game was you would see what the other team had through playing, and then everyone would switch characters to someone else to counter it. Like, if the enemy team has a Reinhardt, but you're playing as a Hanzo, your arrows aren't going to do anything to his shield. So it might be better to switch to a Bastion who can do a ton of damage, or switch to a Symmetra to do damage. And then if the other team's smart, they'll switch to counter it, so you need to counter it back. Early on, that was so fun. It doesn't happen so much anymore. That used to be like the focus of the game, was switching out heroes to try and counter the other team. Now it's basically just people playing the character that they're best at. And I'll admit, I do that too. I don't often switch from Moira unless, like, on the off chance I'm not doing enough healing, I'll switch to a Mercy. But or if they've got someone like a Wrecking Ball that's destroying us, I'll switch to Brigitte because she's a good counter to him. The more characters there are, the harder it is to counter, but that's a really cool part of the game I wish that more people would focus on. Wow, I spent 20 minutes just talking about the characters. We haven't even gotten to the game yet.
Established.
As you would expect, hold on, I'm gonna take a drink while this loads. Excuse me? I don't want to do this. Is this gonna close the game? Oh no, that just means that I'm connecting to a different server. That's okay. So, as you'd expect for a game that's been out for 4 years, there's a lot to do. There is a lot to do. Oh, I usually start with my background for the game. I've played 262 hours of Overwatch. Most of that, the vast majority, has been in a mode I'll show you later called Mystery Heroes. That's almost half of my time has been exclusively in that mode. Overwatch. So there are a lot of modes. There is Quick Play, which is just 6-on-6. You just jump in and play. I wonder if... Yeah. So when you want to play a game, you have to pick what class you want to be. You're either going to be a tank, a damage, or a healer. This is relatively new. It used to be that you could mix and match however you want. Now it's a set limit on the number of characters. I honestly haven't played too much, so I don't know what the balance is. It used to be 2-2-2. Now I think they were experimenting with 1-3-2. But you can see how long it takes to get into a match. You can get loot boxes for classes that aren't being played as much. But that's it. Quick play is just you pick what class you want to play. It's 6-on-6, just practicing. There's competitive play, which is ranked. Oh, man. Oh, Moira. Something new they're doing is a hero rotation. As you can see, in competitive play, there are heroes that you cannot play each week. It switches each week. I'm not a fan because I'm not going to play competitive now because I mostly play as Moira. So that's keeping me from playing competitive for a week. Not that I play this game much anymore anyways, but same thing. You pick your characters. As you can see, damage has a long wait. A lot of people want to play damage characters. Yeah, competitive play, it gives you a rank. You can try and climb it. I've never been good at it. I've been stuck between bronze and silver, and I can't climb out, and it's frustrating. That's my own fault. I mean, it is what it is. I don't play it for the competitive play. I play it because the game is fun. Then there's the arcade. Daily and weekly, these game modes switch. Right now, there's a competitive open queue, which I believe, let's see. Yeah, no row limits on hero selection. Believe it or not, I know this might be weird for people who've only started playing the game recently. It used to be there were no limits on characters when the game first came out on heroes. You could literally go into a game and have 6 Reinhardts on your team, or you could have 6 Bastions, three Mercies, 3 Hanzos. I don't know. There was no limits, none. It was chaos. It was complete chaos, and it was just wild. Like, you saw teams rolling over, but there also wasn't competitive right away either. When the game first came out, I'm not kidding, it was just quick play. There was only quick play. There was no competitive, there was no arcade. All you could do was quick play. And we liked it! There's a 8-player free-for-all. This one is just 8 players, no teams. 6v6 capture the flag. You know what capture the flag is, team deathmatch. Mirror deathmatch, I think that's everyone is the same character. Yeah, everyone's the same character, which is weird. Quick play classic, which this is how it used to be. So what's this then? Oh, it's competitive. Okay. Yeah, this is how it used to be. I don't really play that much. And then there's mystery heroes, which you spawn as a random hero, and then when you die, you spawn as a new random hero. It's just one of the problems with Overwatch is character selection. Like I said, a lot of people pick a character and they stick with it no matter what. Even if they're getting countered hard and they're getting destroyed, they won't switch to a different character. And so you lose. And it happens a lot. It's a big problem the game has. It makes me mad, so I play as mystery heroes, where no one picks who they want to be. I can't get mad at my teammates for not switching off of their character and doing bad because it's not their fault. It can have completely one-sided matches, but I've also had some of my most fun even matches. And like, there are games in competitive where the other team is better than you. It just happens. But you have to suffer through both rounds, offense and defense, knowing that you're not going to win. And it's just a slog. With mystery heroes, as your team is dying, you're getting new characters. And sometimes the stars align that you all get characters you're good at, or you all get characters that counter the other characters. So it's a nice back and forth battle that's super fun. So I have the most fun with mystery heroes. I'm going to show you that later just so we can see a mix of heroes. What else to talk about? One thing that is... You'll see this big old loot box button here. Overwatch has the friendliest loot box system I've seen, I think, in any game. They, every time you level up, as you can see here, I'm at 8120 of 20,000 experience. Every time you level up, you get a loot box. I'm at level 290. The 2 stars means 200. So I have gotten 290 loot boxes. They have something random in them. They have... Let's just go to Bastion. They have skins, like all these different skins. They have emotes, so you can do fun little dances. Victory poses for when you win. This is what the other team sees. Voice lines. Worst character to pick for voice lines because all he does is beeps. Sprays, so you can spray fun little pictures on the ground or the walls. And highlight intros. If you get the play of the game, it does that. Anyways, yeah, the loot boxes, you get 4 random ones. And they're all cosmetic. There's no... Every character is exactly the same every time. All you can get is cosmetic stuff. There's different rarities of skins. Like there's the classic, there's rare or common, there's rare, legendary, epic. I don't remember what they're all called. And or you get gold or credits, which you can build up credits. Like if I wanted to buy this skin, I could just buy it. I could just unlock it. A lot of other games, as you level up, it becomes harder and harder to reach the next level. I believe Overwatch at level 30, each level costs 20,000. That never goes up for the rest of your life. So every level is 20,000. It isn't that like I know I don't know if it's still this way, but in Apex it took forever to level up. It took forever to get loot boxes. And it's so frustrating because Overwatch has had this system where I can play for an hour, hour and a half, and I'll level up. I can say every night I'm gonna play and get a loot box, and it's great. I've gotten 290 times 4, over 1,000 items just from playing. You can pay for loot boxes if you want. You literally just buy the loot boxes. There's no currency. It's just I want to spend $40 on 50 loot boxes. The only downside is there is no way to actually spend money on a skin that you want. If I want this Oasis skin, I have to spend credits, which you can only get from loot boxes. So if there's a skin that you really want, it's kind of up to chance unless you save up for the credits. That's a little lame, but you get so many loot boxes that eventually you'll get what you want, or you can pay for it through the credits. That's really nice. Yeah, that's another thing that was super unique back then. That was super fun. I guess let's. Is there anything else I need to talk about? They've got training modes. You can do the tutorial, or you can just practice versus AI. I've never done that. Surprisingly, it's you and a team of 5 against the AI. When I first tried this, I thought it was all AI, so you could just practice alone. But it actually teams you up with 5 other people. The practice range, which I showed earlier, you can just mess around without getting shot at against enemies. The Overwatch League, that's a big deal. As of this year, they had each team has their home stadium for the Overwatch U League. It's very popular. I've watched a few games. It's fun. You can save highlights. I don't know if I really want to show any of mine. It's got tons of stats. You know I love stats. There's a ridiculous amount of stats. You can sort it by hero. I played 22 hours. How much Moira have I played? 24 hours? What are you talking about? I know I play mystery heroes a lot, but I don't know. I thought I would have played more as her. So yeah, let's just show you what a game is like. If you want, you can, while you wait for a game, you can go in the practice range, or skirmish, or deathmatch, or game browser. I forgot about the game browser. Let's cancel this quick. The game browser. You can create custom games, and some of them are wild. They have a custom game maker, which is it this you can workshop. The workshop is absolutely insane. You can basically program a game, and it's not like just like Overwatch with different rule sets or different abilities. Like you can program literal games. I've seen someone made the Snake, the old phone Snake game in here, and it's just a Snake game. I've seen Pong. People made Pong. I've seen someone made Mario Party with actual mini games. It's crazy. But yeah, there's oops, exit. Yeah, I want to exit. This isn't even a game. So otherwise, there's just people that have made death matches, skirmishes. They have different rules. Like, let's see what this one is. Boss Rush. Is this one actually made by someone? Boss Rush 3.0. So you can, like disabled Sigma, ammo clip size is 300%. No ultimates though, it looks like. And then they change this. It's cool. There's an insane amount of variety here. I haven't touched this since it first came out, and I was like, oh, that's some fun modes, and then that was it. So let's go into mystery heroes, so I can just show you some heroes, show you what a match is like. There are 3 different game modes that are pretty much the same. they're not pretty much the same. So there's 6 people on attack, 6 people on defense. There's a sort of like a King of the Hill mode or match where there will be a point in the middle of the 2 teams, and you want to stand on it to lock it under yours, and then the timer starts filling. And this is hard to explain.
To Paris.
Oh, this is one of people's least favorite maps. So in this one, so we're on defense. We start at our own spawn. I am Zenyatta, who is one of my worst characters. So that's good. As you can see in the bottom right corner, that's his abilities. Left shift is a healing orb, which I'll throw at her. Now she'll be healed as long as she's visible to me. If I look away for long enough, it must have came back and I missed it. I can throw it to anyone at any point, as long as I can see them. That's just it. You can shoot orbs like this, or I can hold it, and then let go. He shoots a bunch of them. That's it. That's the extent of Zenyatta. I'm gonna try and do my best here. So the enemy team. Oh wow. So now you see that purple orb is on him. That's me helping my team so that they do more damage to those people. I also throw the healing orb at my teammates when they die to me. Don't go in there. What the enemy team is trying to do, they're trying to come from their spawn. I want to turn around. They're trying to get to that point, that A point there. And we are trying to keep them from getting there. Ah, I got some. It's very chaotic. I know that when you see this for the first time. This is a very chaotic game. Oh, another thing that Overwatch does really well is the audio. Absolutely incredible. The characters they have different voice lines that will tell you what's happening. Oh, it's hard to talk and play this game at the same time. Like, I forgot, one of the most important things in this game is the ultimate attack. Each character has an ultimate ability. How did I forget that? Each character has an ultimate ability that is like super powerful. It has to charge up. You'll see mine's at 61% right here. As that charges up, man, I forgot about everyone's ultimate. Oh, okay, sorry, this is chaotic right now. Zenyatta's makes everyone invincible around him. I'll show you my next one if I die. I'm doing very good as Zenyatta. I don't know. I'm gonna use his ult when I probably shouldn't have, just so that I can show it to you. So I'm this healing ball. No one can die around me. And it heals. And that's it. Now it recharges again. So yeah, this is it. Just working with your team. Where'd she go? Can't trick me. I just can't shoot. There we go. Got her. So yeah, it's a lot of teamwork and trying to... Oh yes, we kept it alive. It's a lot of teamwork and working together. It's so hard to talk while playing this game. Audio things. I'll try and point it out when I hear it if I'm not talking over it. But what did Zenyatta say? Oh, that's not good. Get out of there. Get out of there! Now we're just doing mystery heroes, so after this round, we won't go on attack. In competitive, you switch offense and defense. In mystery heroes, you just, in mystery heroes, it's just one side and then that's it. So now, I am Bastion, who can shoot normally. And he can also, I forgot about this, he can heal himself. And now they have captured Objective A, so their next step is to come here on Objective B. As you saw, the time at the top went up another 3 minutes. Give them some more time. I'm going to try and find a good Bastion perch spot. So now I'm in my turret mode, which means I can just unload on people. We'd have easily won if everyone didn't overextend around the corner. The Overwatch community is pretty toxic, I'll be honest. They get super mad when you play as the best characters, play well, in their opinion. It's pretty toxic. And right now, this is why Bastion's fun. I've got this Reinhardt next to me, literally just shooting me. Oh, they got close. Oh, that might be playing the game. The cool thing that Overwatch does is it has, at the end of the game, it has a play of the game, which it shows you what the game considers to be the best play of the game. That's really cool. That was unique back in the day. And you always want to get play of the game because you feel super cool. I'll also show you other stuff. We almost have Bastion's ult filled, where he turns into a tank, a mobile tank that can shoot things. That's fun to do. We'll save that for the end of the match. There's a lot of... You can look up tons of... I remember when this game first came out, I would look up so many videos on how to play as characters and how to be a better player. There's tons of strategy within individual people, within teams, and it just meshes together so well. There are a lot of people that will whine and cry about balance, but... But every character has a counter.
60 seconds remaining.
Let's get out of here. That's a Junkrat with his mines. You saw it boost me a little bit. Mystery Heroes, there's no limit on characters, so you could end up with 6 Bastions. I think it tries to limit so that doesn't happen, but so I'm going to wait for them to try and get on the point, and then I'm going to use my ult. Oh, we got another Bastion. Fun. Alright. Oh, they both died. No! The other one got me. Did we use it at the same time? Did you hear that? Do-do-do-do-do-do? That's the Bastion saying his ult. So you can hear that and be like, oh no, the Bastion's taking his ult, using his ult. I need to get out of here. Every character has a voice line that lets you know when they're using their ult. That's cool. Dang, it wasn't me. I'm talking a lot. Let me take a drink while you watch this. Dai's my favorite character. Classic me. And then there's this post game where it shows different stats. You can vote for who you thought was the MVP. I'm gonna vote for this guy because he got a bunch of kills. It doesn't do anything. After you get to 5, your little character will go, yay, I did it, I'm cool. But that's just cool. You can vote for who you think did best. You can see who did best. And then there's this screen that gives you medals. This objective kills means I got the most objective kills on my team. Silver means you had the second most. I had the second most hero damage on my team. And we're out of time for that post-game screen, but that's a great post-game screen. Such a good post-game screen. There's weekly rewards, so every 3 wins you get a loot box, and it resets every week, so that's even more ways to get loot boxes. Let's do... Should we do Mystery Heroes one more time? We got time for about one more match, I want to say. Let's try it. We'll do one more Mystery Heroes match so you can see more characters, but I hope I'm conveying what makes this game so good. A lot of it isn't as unique as it was 4 years ago, but it's still a solid game today. And it's... Again, all I do is play Mystery Heroes. It's fun to just unwind and just jump into a match, play random characters against random characters. I think the game is balanced. A lot of people complain that it's not, but they just don't want to. Echo might be a little unbalanced right now. We'll have to wait and see. She's still really new.
Well,
Numbani, this is just like the other match. We have to defend point A, and then if they capture it, we have to defend point B. No, I'm wrong. I'll show you when I get up there. This is a map type I haven't talked about. We do have to defend point A, but if the enemy team captures point A, then this cart starts moving along this path, and they have to escort it. It only moves when the enemy team is on it, and so they have to escort it all the way to the end of the stage. But it doesn't start moving until they capture point A. There are other stages where there's just a cart, there's no capture. Yeah. I am Oriza. She's got this bubble shield here. I'm gonna hit this button, which makes it so that I can't be stunned. And then she has this gravity thing, which pulls people towards her. That's the extent of her abilities. Her shield recharges very fast. Her gun shoots very fast. Here, I'm gonna use the gravity thing, pull people right in there. Oh, they're pushing hard. So you want to watch the cooldowns on the bottom there, you see? You want to fire them basically as soon as you can. So we're in trouble. I'm pretty proud of myself. I did a lot of damage there. I held off as well as there's other teams just running stuff. Again, it is very chaotic. I understand that if you haven't seen this before, you're going to be like, what is happening? So now I am Mei. She's that character who can shoot icicles, or she does this, which freezes me.
Meteor strike.
See, did you hear him say Meteor Strike? That's him saying he's going to use his ult, so I know to hide. Killed him. Now see, I'm bottom left, 164 damage. Oop. I can heal myself. We gotta get rid of this first. See, that's the ice wall she can make. Go over here and heal. Dang it. I'll stop there. Oh, I didn't get it in time. That was close. You can watch your kill cam. Let's see how close I was. Oh, that was so close to getting that wall up in time.
Together we are
Oof.
strong.
Zarya. If you'll see in the bottom left, the left shift puts the shield on herself. The right shift puts the shield on other people. If you look in the middle of my aiming thing, there's a 0. That's how much power my shield has. I can shoot these bombs. It's not going to do much damage though. See now it's up to 15 because I took some damage. Now I'm going to do a little bit more damage. When you get it up to 100, it's like crazy. We're not going to win though because these guys have like an absurd amount of shield. Dang it! Oh my god. Got one. Oh, it's so close! Oh, it's so close to killing her. Oh, something big happened though. That's Torbjorn's turret shooting me. It automatically just shoots people. Now I'm Brigitte, but the game's over. That was quick! Wow. See, sometimes that happens, and I like Mystery Heroes because now it's over. If it was competitive, we'd have to switch to offense and get destroyed all over again. We might do a quick play. No, that might take too long. Mystery Heroes lows really quick too. So let's see this one. This is Winston's ult. He turns into a raging monkey that can swing people and knock them flying. I can't believe I forgot about the ultimates. It's one of the things. That's another really good players. Wow, 3 gold medals earned. You want to save your ults for the perfect time to use them. That's tough to do in Mystery Heroes because if you die, you have to start over with your ult charge. But yeah, timing those to use them at the right time, they can completely change the course of a match. We still got about 10 minutes. I guess, what else? I think that's kind of it, huh? The highlights thing. So it saves your best play. Like, I didn't get play of the game that game, but it still saves your best play, so you can see it over again. And I guarantee, I wonder if this is gonna be that spot where I said, oh, that could be play of the game. Let's take a look, shall we? Maybe not. No, it wasn't. It was a different time. So that was that. If I wanted to, I could save it. I guess just here's what's a cool one. I did a team kill. I don't remember what this is. Let's watch it. This was a competitive game, though. I know that much because I was playing. So here I'm shooting healing beam. Here's her ult. It's a giant beam. I'm moving so fast. Quintuple kill. That was cool. It's a giant beam that heals and damages anyone who gets caught in it. That's it. Here I'll show you some of Wrecking Ball. How he can turn into a ball, he can cling to things and shoot around. This is me just spamming this. I just stuck to this wall and spun around, but I knocked both of those Reinhardts off.
Speed bump detected.
That was it.
Area denied.
Thought it was cool. Here you'll be able to see Widowmaker and her sniper rifle, how it has to charge. See, that's at 100%.
Enemy turret located.
Somehow hit them. And then when I pull it up again, it has to charge up. That animation was a little weird there. Here's a good showing of what Reaper can do. I'm watching my lame highlights. So you can teleport up to here, get behind that one. I love his reload animation. He just throws his guns down and pulls out a gun. Like I said, his shotgun's super powerful up close. Big gorilla. Here you'll be able to see his electric gun. You see, I just pulled it and it damages the people in front of me. I didn't get play of the game, whoever did. And I think that's about it. That's what was I gonna say? Oh, another thing I like about the characters is, if you are an accurate person with a gun, you can play as Widowmaker, or you can play as McCree, and let's just go into training so I can show you what I mean. So if you're an accurate shooter, you can pick McCree, and you can run around, headshot people all day long. I'll just show some of his stuff because I'm here. Here's his stun, really bad, shift away. That's his ability. Anyways, so if you're good with gun shooting guy, you can pick McCree and go to town shooting people. I'm just gonna charge up his ult here so you can see it because it's pretty cool. So McCree's ult, he does this thing where anyone that enters his sight, he'll shoot them all in a row. That time was 2. Can I just switch anywhere? No, I have to go to the spawn room. Okay, let me finish my sentence. You can pick to be a person who can shoot far away, or if you're someone like me who is terrible at shooting, at aiming, you can pick Moira.
Science will reveal
and
the
she just needs to look at people and it takes the damage. You don't need to be accurate in this.
contributions to advance science at which end.
Or you can switch to be Winston.
Imagination is the
Jump up
essence
here.
of success.
His is even more. This is even wider than Moira's, I feel. And how Moira's was only shooting one person at a time. Let's see if I can. This shoots more than one person at a time. Oh, I can't get 2 of them. Anyways, if there's a group of people in front of you, it damages all of them at once. That's that. It's got a little shield too.
Very
So
hot.
you can really pick and choose who you want to play. If you want to be a healer, but you're not good at targeting people, like Mercy,
I'll be watching
I'll show you
over
here. Let's see. There's a teammate.
You needed a
If you're not
doctor?
good at staying on people and healing, if that's too difficult to do for whatever
Don't
reason,
let up on them.
you can switch to Lucio and literally not have to worry about healing, because you see this big glowing circle around me? I'm healing the people inside of it. This friendly bot getting healed just by me standing near him. And he can shoot too.
Let's move it,
Speed boost. And here's his other thing. It's just,
You feel no pain.
I know I've said a lot, but all the characters are so unique. There's a playstyle for anyone. Anyone. You can find your playstyle. Mine is playing as characters who I don't have to be accurate with. If I'm ever gonna play damage, it's Junkrat, because I can just launch things.
Double
See how much damage that does? Obviously, it's unfortunate that these things are standing still.
Hunter lays a trap for his prey.
Let's see if I got him. Yep.
Watch his head.
Double kill.
Let's just do some things so I can show you. This is pretty cool.
Double kill.
The more damage you do, the faster ult charge fills. It also fills with time. Okay, here's his. It's Riptide, the thing that travels around and can climb on walls, but I missed that time. And it's a pretty big explosion
Double kill.
that kills things. Yeah, each character, super unique. They each have a counter. They're fun to play. I really like Overwatch. It's a good game. I've cut it short too soon again, so I've still got 3.5 minutes. There's achievements. If you want achievements, they give you sprays. I've gotten... Some of them are really hard to do. Destroy 3 of Symmetra's teleporter in a single game. I barely even play Symmetras, and I don't ever think about her teleporters. They've got it for different classes, for each character. As you can see, like, get 3 solo kills with a single clip of Reaper shotguns. That should be easy, but I don't play as Reaper a lot. So you got these challenges to do. They've got a bajillion player icons, and I don't know why. The player icon is just this thing here. I've got the sweaty bunny. Look at this. Why is this necessary? There's so many, and there's so many I haven't unlocked. I like that golfing one. Can you even unlock them in any way? No. Look at that. There's so many player icons. Oh, apparently you can view the whole replay. I actually didn't even know that. So if you want to go in and see your highlights and stuff. Wow, I didn't even know that. How long has that been there? That's cool. Endless statistics. It's a good game. It's I think a lot of why it doesn't seem as special in 2020 is because other games have taken what Overwatch has done. And it's that's good. That means that's a sign of a good game when other games do what you do. Other games have taken loot boxes so that they're only cosmetic and don't actually help make you better. Example, Battlefield 4 was frustrating to me because the loot boxes contained attachments to guns, and it was completely random. So it was basically chance if I was going to get a better gun or not. These, it's just cosmetic. The heroes are all unique with unique abilities. We've seen lots of games have characters with abilities. Rainbow Six Siege even. Like look at that. It used to be Call of Duty Battlefield where it was just generic shooters with generic guns and that was it. And now you've got characters with personalities and abilities in your military shooters. Call of Duty even did that one year. This is a very influential game. I still think it's good in 2020. I still have fun playing it. It's got some shortcomings. The community is pretty toxic. They've tried doing this endorsement thing to where you can like say, this guy was a good teammate. I liked him. This person, he was polite. To try, they had to introduce this to try and make people nicer. How crazy is that? It was a system that they introduced to try and make people more nice. The nicer you are, the more of these things you get. You get loot boxes. So they're literally bribing people to be nice. That's how bad it's gotten. It's gotten pretty bad. People can be mean in this game. So, but it's also it's tough because you want to have good communication. The team with the better communication is going to win most games, but you don't want to have that communication channel open if they're going to be jerks to you. But that's Overwatch. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, if you want to see more, drop me a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you don't, dislike my video, leave a comment about why you didn't like it. I'll feel bad for a little bit, but I'll get over it and I'll try and improve. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.